I'm a believer, AJ. You can fix any problem. I tell my kids all the time, hey, there's no unfixable problem. We just had a pandemic, and this morning I went and looked at the Dow Jones, and it's at 35,000, and the economy, people are getting jobs. So I look at the Aaron situation, and there's been some animosity, blah, 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 the Jordan Love pick. Do you believe, though, it is fixable in Green Bay with Aaron and the Packers this morning?
Well, I think I kind of think like you do, where I feel like everything is fixable, right? And when I look at their situation, yeah, I think it's definitely fixable. I don't think there's anything crazy from either side. I think that would just cause someone to break things off completely. But I do think it's an uphill battle. I think the Packers are going to have to figure something out. I don't know what they need to do or how they do it, but I know I'm hopeful as a Packer fan that Aaron's back there.
How about this? I'll throw one at you. You go to Aaron and say, because they could have done this, by the way, 2 months ago. We're going to restructure your deal. It's going to give us cap flexibility. We'll give you more money up front. And we're going to go get Julio Jones with the extra money. He is reportedly on the market. If you go, you know Aaron better than I do, obviously. If you go to him and say, we're going to restructure your deal, 3 years guaranteed, fourth team option, but you give him a lot of money up front. I mean, he's 37. He'd be to 40, 41 years old. We're going to go get Julio Jones. Do you believe? I mean, that's pretty nice. You get the money, you get the star number 2 or number 1. Do you think he would consider signing that deal?
I mean, that's a heck of a situation you laid out there. Yeah, I mean, of course, he would love to play with Julio Jones, but I know Aaron has even said before in the past a lot of times too, like, this isn't about the money. Like, I don't think he's trying to break the bank, to try to be the highest paid person ever in the history of the NFL. Like, who knows? He should be probably, but I don't think that's his top priority by any means. But I don't know if that's a plausible plan, but you know what, Colin? I'm glad you put that out there. Maybe that'll be something that we can watch play out. Yeah,
and by the way, I don't think that's terribly difficult. I think it takes 2 phone calls, one to Julio's agent, and one. I don't think I laid out something here that's. I'm not asking people to land a plane on the Hudson. That's a pretty easy one. Now, let's be honest about this though, and this is where I said this before, is that if my company right now, AJ, hired somebody and kind of made it clear that, Colin, you got a couple years left, I'm not throwing a party. Aaron knows he's better than Jordan. That's not the issue. Brady knew he was better than Garoppolo. He still didn't want him hovering over him. Can we acknowledge that drafting Jordan Love just wasn't really smart? You got to know the temperature in the locker room, and Aaron didn't love it. That's fair, right?
Yeah, even if I don't even take into like how Aaron would feel about it. I'm just talking about his play. If you watched what he was able to do, how he was playing, and where he was trending, like, I don't think it was the time to draft a quarterback. That's not Jordan Love's fault that he was drafted there. But I think then obviously Aaron comes out and wins the MVP, and we say he's got tons of time left, I think, at an elite level. But I don't think it's about Jordan Love either. Like, I don't think he's asking for Jordan Love to not be on the team. That's not something he's looking to do. I just feel like the Jordan Love situation was one thing in a string of things that have probably built up over the last who knows how many years.
I've said this before. I can be a broadcaster forever. You could be a podcaster for the next 30 years. Where I've always defended pro athletes, and especially NFL quarterbacks, is they're trapped. Hell, they can franchise tag you forever. And Russell Wilson's a nice guy, but he decided a couple years ago, I'm going public with stuff. I'm just going to go public. He got a new contract. And then he did it again, and he got a new offensive lineman. And I think Russell's a good guy, but he's trapped. As you know, the player's CBA in the NFL is not the NBA. You don't have the power. By the way, Brady was getting ticked. He did a documentary. He let his wife say in the documentary, he'd like to be a little more respected. Could I not say, and this isn't a criticism of Aaron, but when Aaron talked after the NFC Championship, he planted a seed. And that seed was, guys, I'm kind of trapped here. Could you do me a solid and help me? That was a little bit of a plea for help after that loss. A little bit of a professional claustrophobia is, I can't get out of here. Could you please get me more good players?
I mean, maybe, I know coaches use the media to try to promote whatever the message they want their players to be hearing. So I don't know if Aaron is definitely a calculated person. So that's possible. Anything is possible. But I think it's just, I don't know how you feel, Kyle, but I feel it's crazy that it's come to this point. Like, I feel like, okay, some point along the way, we should have felt this thing rumbling, and we should have found a way to make it better and not get to this point where I never thought we'd be.
Do you think Aaron can be a Packer and Brian Gutekunst could remain the general manager, or is that just too severed right now?
I think he absolutely could play for Green Bay with Goody as the GM. I don't think it's about that either. I think I said that earlier this week that I don't see Aaron out there promoting that he wants Goody fired. I know it's been reported from different places, but I guess we'll see whenever Aaron does speak.
When's the last time you and Aaron talked?
What do you consider talk? Text, phone calls? What is in person? I'm in constant, not constant, but I communicate with him a good amount.
What's his mindset today?
That's a good question. Today, I don't know. He's on a different, he's out there West Coast, so 3 hours behind me. So I make sure not to send a text too early and wake him up, at 3 a.m. for him. But you know what? I feel like he is very relaxed, and I feel like he's excited, working out, looks good. He looks pretty trim. If you saw those pictures of him at the Derby, he looks thin, lean, mean. I think he's ready to roll.
I saw a story yesterday. Aaron booed by fans at a Brewers minor league game amid Packers stare down. Do you think is he concerned at all that he's being viewed as the bad guy here? Well,
I think that the title of that should probably be video of Aaron doing a commercial gets booed. Do you think if Aaron was standing there at second base, they're going to boo this guy? I don't know. I don't know if it's the same thing there, but I don't even know what your question was now, Colin.
Well, no, I mean, you're right. If he was there, they wouldn't boo. But what it tells me is there are people saying, hey, man, you're doing Jeopardy. You're not one of us. Is Aaron maybe concerned that he is viewed by some in Packer Nation as he's not happy and he just wants to move on, and that there's going to be some people that align with the team over the star quarterback?
I mean, I think it would probably be impossible not to feel that a little bit if you feel like people are turning on you or whatever. But I think he also knows what like the true Green Bay fans are like, and I'm sure he feels strong in what he is doing right now, and he feels like he's justified. So I think everybody there, no matter what happens, and no matter what people are saying anywhere in Wisconsin, if they say Aaron Rodgers is coming back and he's back and he's ready to roll with an extension, they're going to be pretty darn happy.
Yeah. If I said today, Aaron Rodgers 1 year from today, where do you truly believe he'll be?
Green Bay.
How long before a reconciliation happens, in your opinion?
Jeez, I mean, I don't want to. I'm not speaking for anybody. Like I'm not speaking for Aaron ever. But I think I guess there seems to be a lot of work to do. But like I think you can work through everything. But I don't know when that happens. I know June 1st is when they could possibly trade him and all that. So are we going to have to wait till then to make any kind of progress?
All right, AJ Hawk, who texted.
I'm confused like you, Colin. I'm sorry. I'm confused like you. I'm trying to figure it out just like the rest of us.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, it's Aaron's public. When you're public, everything's more complicated. I mean, let's be honest. If he was an outside linebacker at 37, made 2 Pro Bowls, I'm not leading my show with it. Like you've been around Aaron. Aaron lives a big, complex life. He's got stuff there. Everybody's talking about him all day. Do you think he loves that?
No, I don't think he loves that part of it, but I think he understands it and he knows this comes with the deal. This is how it works, and he knows deep down how great of a player he is and what he can do on the field. And when you can do things like that, guess what? People seem to want to be around you and be in your same orbit. But yeah, it would be tough to think about like day to day. There's a lot on his shoulders, I think.
AJ Hawk, former Packer, 11 years, was at the Kentucky Derby with Aaron over the weekend. All right, man. I appreciate you coming on and being honest with us. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me. I wish I had some more answers for you.
That's okay. I ask questions. You give as much as you can. That's the way the game works. I appreciate it, AJ. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.